Well, it's Tuesday. I'm just thinking back to my time as an Eagles fan. I've been an Eagles fan since 1988. Grew up in Wisconsin in a Packer house. I just didn't like the Packers. All because of my grandfather and my dad. All they did was complain about them every freaking day. So I was like, why would a little boy, why would I root for them? Um, I didn't become a real lover of watching football until I was probably 17, 18, back in 1987, 88, somewhere in there. And I got into a Sega Madden Football League. They talked me into it. They needed one more player to make their 10-man league, and I had 3 teams to choose from, or whatever, a few teams to choose from. It was Dolphins. Maybe it was a full league. Almost all the teams were taken, because I think I only had the Dolphins, the Eagles, and one other team. And I didn't know how to pass the ball. I didn't know how to do anything. But Randall Cunningham, all I had to do is run and whip it deep to Fred Barnett. This is how old I am. Give it to Heath Sherman. He'd bounce off everybody and score. Eventually, I got so addicted to it, I got good at it. And I remember early on, the Eagles were playing somebody Monday Night Football. I believe it was Dallas. I've had a lot of memories of Dallas Eagles games on Monday nights, and some I'm proud of, some I'm not. But I was like, oh my God, that's Reggie White, that's Clyde Simmons, that's Jerome Brown, that's freaking, oh my God, that's Wes Hopkins, that's Andre Waters, I know all these guys. They're my defense. That nobody can score on me because I just do a bulldog rush or put it in punt block and sack everybody and keep them all on the field. I mean, but to get what I was saying, no matter how good I thought my teams were, I was always so nervous about every playoff game, about everything. Cowboys, of course, ruining. It was the Giants, the Cowboys, and Redskins. Of course, our division, when I become an Eagles fan, all 3 of these teams are winning Super Bowls, and they're just dominant. And it's like, Christ, dude, we won 10, 11 games, we're in the playoffs, and we can't beat these teams in our own division. And we get ran over. And I remember when Andre Waters had that sticker 316 or whatever on his head. The whole state of Texas, or at least the whole city of Dallas or Arlington, refused to sell Philly cream cheese. I remember how it was just like that, and we'd have a great defense, but Emmitt Smith would just tear us apart. We'd just get beat. When we finally made it to the Super Bowl in my era against the Patriots, I was like, there's no way. I mean, after all those title games we lost in a row, 4 title games in a row we lost, or whatever it was, I hate thinking about it, and we had a chance in that game. L.J. Smith, I think the tight end that dropped that pass, that's game. He catches that. It holds on to it. I think they stripped him. I think he runs for miles, and we have a shot. And that's the only play that sticks out in that game. Because I remember my dad and my grandpa came over to support me. They're huge Packer fans, and I cried. I don't know how old I was back then. I couldn't fight it. I couldn't fight the tears. I am so tired of being an Eagles fan, knowing that my team is so good, but it's always an injury, because I remember our tight end went out. We lost our tight end. Troy Vincent was out. Who was our tight end? Lewis. Chad Lewis broke his ankle in the title game. And it's like, we always have to go in injured. We always have to have some obstacle we can't overcome. The 1 year we were supposed to kick ass, the number one defense, Randall Cunningham gets hurt. It's like always, but it's like now that when we won our first Super Bowl with Foles, I was bad because Wentz didn't win it. And then I had, last year was the first time in my life going into Super Bowl that I knew that we were going to pound them. I just knew that the Chiefs were just lucky dogs. And they were only winning games because people were scared of them. And we were not. We already lost two of them. I knew we were going to pound them. But still, now we get into this playoffs. And I'm just thinking, why did the Rams scare me? And, okay, all of a sudden Seattle now, they claim they have a better defense than us. They got a solid defense. With Josh Jobe contributing. That makes me the maddest. We had Josh Jobe on the roster for a long time. But somehow Ringo beat him out? No, because Howie and his bulldog bullshit. No, Ringo should have left. Jobe should have stayed. Obviously, if you go and look up Jobe's stats, 16 games, 5-6 pass defenses, an interception or two, he plays a lot. But get back to where it's like the playoffs make me nervous. And it really makes me nervous this year because I haven't seen shit on offense. I mean, you got Charles Barkley, A.J. Brown, Devontae Smith, Dallas Goedert, Lane Johnson. That line, that quarterback, that running game, that passing game. And you're trying to tell me a coordinator is holding them back? Is it the offensive line is washed? Are they all just tired? Did they not get enough time off? The Super Bowl, it ran too late. I think it's the offensive line that is the problem. I mean, I can call any play with last year's offensive lineman and they get it done. Any play. Barkley, run up the middle and touch the center on the butt as you're running by and go score the touchdown. He could have did it. This year, no matter what play they call, the line is not executing. It's got to be the line, dude. I don't see how. I mean, I know there's drop passes. I know a couple of times Brown has given up on a route because he didn't think the ball was coming. But he's got a clock in his head, too. If the ball ain't coming now, it ain't coming ever. Because the line is just not good. We have to go into this draft and get solid linemen in camp. We don't need any, what do they like to turn, like a pick, the flashy pick. We don't need to do it. We don't need the flashy pick this year. We don't need to worry about the edge rushers, all this crap. We do, but we don't. We need to get the trenches rebuilt. I don't care who falls to us. We need to rebuild the trenches starting on the offensive line and Lane Johnson's successor. That is number one. Number one priority is Lane Johnson's successor. And a right guard. And backups for every position. Get some depth in that freaking building at offensive line. Then, hopefully you get some gems later. Vic is a mastermind. He will find room or find a way to get these kids to play. And then you got free agency in March. Let's just worry later. But I want that offensive line retooled. Bad. Well, up to 9 minutes. Ugh. It's tough to get you people to want to sit and listen to my ass for 9.5 minutes. So I will, Wisco 46 out.